All right. Welcome back to Currency 365. Hope you guys are doing well. Okay, so in this video, we're gonna be just doing some encouragement, man, because things are not as bad as we think, man. Yes, the world is in a crazy place. Yes, things are happening all around, but folks, if you actually look at your life and compare it to everybody else around the world, um, things are not even close to being bad, right? Compared to what other people are going through and suffering through. A lot of you guys are advancing in your jobs. A lot of you guys are advancing in your careers. A lot of you guys have left your jobs and careers, and you actually make money trading with me on Patreon, or and also you make money on crypto staking and stock dividends, and you do other things, right? And so you've been advancing in life, right? And some of you guys got big inheritance over the last several years. Some of you guys got money from other businesses and people who blessed you with financial gifts, you know? Um, and so life is not as troubling and as hard as many of us are trying to make it out to be. And I think if people just calm down and then zoom out in the markets, zoom out in the crypto markets, zoom out in life, just zoom out and see what the rest of the world is dealing with and going through. you know I think you'll start to realize that it's not as bad as you think, man. Like, it's not even that close to being bad. Like, you're literally been blessed, especially these last 3 years. You've literally, if you still have your job, if you still have your career, or you're still making money and you're still living a good life after these last 3 years, you're really, really blessed, right? You're extremely blessed, right? But you have to zoom out to see that, though. You can't just go day by day in the problems that you're having. You got to literally zoom out and see what other people are dealing with around the world. You know, shoot, one trip to the hood. One trip to the inner city hoods will make you realize how blessed you are, right? You know what I mean? Like, it is crazy in the hood, right? You see devastation, you see darkness, devastation, and you feel for those people and you pray for those people, man. You know what I mean? But if you zoom out and go into South America, and you go into Cuba, you go into Ukraine, you go into the Middle East, you go into places in Africa. I mean, the poverty is horrendous, right? So we got to understand that while we're complaining and we're making, if you're making 40, 50, 60, $70,000 a year, and you're complaining about life, and you got to zoom out, man. You got to zoom out and see that. Oh, wait a minute, this person in Colombia, what is it, Colombia, the country Colombia, or this person in Brazil, or this person in Haiti. They're making 15 cents an hour, or 15 cents a day in some places, 30 cents a day, $1 a day. You know and so it makes you appreciate life, man. So this every time I want to complain and I want to feel bad for myself, and so I just zoom out. I zoom out and be like, man, it ain't that bad. I left the gym, and I was driving home, and all I was hearing in my spirit is, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. Life is really good. Like, like, it's not that bad, you know? And I think we all need to realize that. We need to realize how lucky we are to be in America, number one, right? How lucky we are to be children of God, and the chosen ones of God, because we have chose Yeshua, right? So we have to realize how lucky we are. Um and then from there we have to set plans. We have to set goals. We have to set plans. We have to talk to God about our financial situation and how to grow it, how to make it better. We need to be blessing our finances, blessing our businesses, blessing our mind so that we can create new ideas and new concepts, right? Those are things that we could do on our own, right? You can fast for 3 days, fast for 7 days, and get fresh new ideas for your businesses, fresh new ideas for just life in general, so that you can do better, grow better, and be better, right? And so when I was driving home, I was just like, you know, inside of me, the Holy Spirit was like, it's not that bad. Life is not bad at all for you. Like life isn't bad, right? It's not as bad as it seems. And that's why I kept hearing that. And so it's like, yeah. And it just put a smile on my face because, when we go through all these things, but then we lay down at night, it's like, man, it's not as bad as we were saying. It's not as bad as we see. It's not as bad. Life is not as bad as we think it is. For us, a lot of people are going through nightmares. We understand that and we pray for them over in many countries because of dictatorship, communism, socialism, wars, and things like that, destruction of their economy, destruction of their currency. But here in America, and many places in Europe, right, and some places in Africa, it's pretty good, right? It's really good, right? I mean, think about it. If you the average person in America makes about $45,000 a year, right? 42 to $45,000 a year, the average person. If you make double that, right? And that's just in America, right? So that $45,000 a year in America, 42 to $45,000 a year in America is, is you're around your average. So that's 50%, right? 50%. So basically, 50% of Americans make 42 to 45,000 dollars a year, right? 50%, right? So you go around the world, you're probably in, that's 50% in America, but it might be top 30% in the world. You know what I mean? It might be top 40% in the world, you know? So it might be top 30% in the world. And then if you double that, if you make $80,000 a year, we got a lot of people who make $80,000 a year and they complain all day long and how hard life is for them, right? And so, but if you zoom out to the rest of the world, you make $80,000 a year in U.S. dollars, which is the world reserve currency. I mean, you're in the top 25% of the entire world of earnings. So, just we have to zoom out, and be like, okay, it's not that bad. I'm in the top 25% in the entire world if I'm making 80,000 a year, right? So that means that I can't complain. I shouldn't be complaining. What I should be doing is strategizing in how I can use that money to make me more money while I sleep. If we started to do that, if we started to change our minds and do that instead, and set up game plans on how I can grow my money and how I can grow my wealth and how I can use money to make me more money without me having to stress over making the 80,000, but now the 80,000 is working for me, right? So most of our problems is because we don't have a game plan, right? Most of our problems is because we don't zoom out, right? The person who watches the crypto markets and stock markets every day, they're not zooming out to see, oh man, cryptos are up like 600,000% in the last 5 years. You know what I mean? That they don't see that. They just look day to day, day to day, day to day, right? And they get stressed out and all this stuff. They're stressing themselves out. But if they zoom out and say, wow, cryptos are up like 600,000%. Like, let me relax and chill here, right? Sometimes they need a breather. Sometimes we go through a rough part. Sometimes we need 2 years off. Sometimes we need a year of bearish action, and to be able to rest from all the big gains that people have made, you know. Sometimes, world life situations disrupt the timing of investments, which that's fine. We just stay on course, continue to do what we're supposed to do, diversify, Keep it moving. Keep being blessed. Keep blessing people. Keep giving. Keep honoring God. Keep living a good life and keep zooming out and be like, I'm blessed. I'm blessed. Every day we wake up, we're highly blessed. We're highly blessed and favored, right? Every day we got to wake up and say these things because you know when we complain and complain and complain and God's looking at us like, man, do you see what's going on in these countries, man? Yeah, like you got it made, right? And we're not seeing that because we're not zooming out. We got to zoom out, folks. We got to zoom out and we got to see what's going on in other countries, other cities, other states, and we just got to be like, man, I need to stop complaining. You know what I mean? I need to stop. I need to, instead of complaining, I need to strategize. Instead of complaining, I need to put a plan together. Instead of complaining, I need to put a goal together. Instead of complaining, I might need to fast and seek God for answers on how I can grow my business, how I can grow my income, how I can do things for people, how who I can be a blessing for, right? Those are things we should be doing, right? And if we do those things, we're not gonna care. We're not gonna be in this miserable state and say, "Woe is me," and you're making 150,000 a year, and yet you're still complaining about life. You know, it's like you got to zoom out, man, and see what's going on all around you. There's drama, there's problems all around you. People are dealing with things all around you. You got people that you got people that you see every day that they might be homeless. You don't even know they're sleeping in their cars. Why? Because they're focused. You got women out there that are probably making $12 an hour, but they can put their outfits together. They can look nice, they can look beautiful, and they can be professional. But yet they're only making like 12, $15 an hour. They're struggling. They're not gonna let you know because they are focused, right? They have goals, they have ambitions, they have focus, right? They know that this is just a stepping stone to their greatness, right? And so we see this all the time, especially if you live in New York. If you live in New York and Jersey and Jersey City, and you live in Miami and California, you'll see people who are completely broke, and you will never know they're broke because their mindset is absolutely incredible, right? And they understand that where they are right now is not where they're going to be 3 years from now, 5 years from now. You know, so we gotta instead of complaining, if we need to write goals down. We need to strategize how to make money, work for us, right? We need to do things like that. We need to pray for our finances. We got to cover our finances. We got to pray for ideas. Let God give you dreams of ideas to create more money, create new businesses, create passive income, right? Show you how to bless people, how to help people as well. And life was not going to be this paycheck to paycheck and I'm in big trouble type of lifestyle, or my life sucks type of lifestyle, or life is hard, because it's really not that hard. Life isn't really that hard for many of us. It's hard for other people around the world that are going through invasions and destructions and things like that, and corruption. But for us here in America, and for people in other countries that are actually free to be able to move around and do business stuff and do things like that, life is, you're lucky. We're not lucky, we're blessed, right? We're blessed, right? So we need to take advantage of that. God doesn't want to hear us complain because he sees what's going on in other countries and other places. People can't even speak in other countries. You know what I mean? Like, people can't even speak. I mean, think about being a human being and you can't even speak in public in some countries. Think about that. So, we need to zoom out. We need to zoom out, check the rest of the world out, and say, man, I'm one lucky person, man. I'm making blah 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 blah, and I'm top 50% of the income earners in the world, or I'm the top 15% income earner in the world. Like, we have to let ourselves know these things, you know. I'm a top 6% income earner in America. I'm a 1% income earner in the world. What am I complaining about? you know, I'm complaining because I mismanage my money. That's what I should be. I should be complaining about myself, because if I'm a top 1% earner in the world and a top 6% earner in America, and I'm complaining about life, it's because I'm mismanaging my life. So all you got to do is say, you know what? It's time for a change. Time to set goals. It's time to direct my life in a different way instead of being chaotic. You know, manage your life properly. Set goals. Strategize. Get people that are negative out of your life, right? And if they're family members, you don't have to get them out of your life because they're family, but reduce the communications to once a week instead of 3 days a week, or sometimes every day for some of y'all. Reduce it to 1 day a week, you know? Reduce the negativity around you, and things will start to open up, man. Things will start to get better. Change the mindset, you know? Believe in yourself, for goodness sakes. You make 80,000 a year, you make 100,000 a year, and some of you guys don't even believe in yourself. You're like, man, but I'm struggling. I'm not, we can't say stuff like that. You're not really struggling. You just don't know how to manage your money. you know, you're not letting your money work for you. You're not struggling. You're not allowing your money to work for you. That's what you're doing. So that means you got to keep working for more money because your money isn't working for you. That's all it is. Allow your money to work for you. Okay? And when that happens, when you start to see that happens, your whole life starts to change. Everybody that's holding stocks and receiving dividends on a monthly basis or quarterly basis, and those who receive dividend payments at their jobs, those who have Roth IRAs, 401ks, pensions, those who have stock crypto dividends, crypto stakings, and or earn reflections in their private wallets, they're watching their money work for them, right? They're watching their money work for them. So this is why they're at more peace than other people. When your money is working for you, you're not going to be a complainer because you see your money growing every day, every week, every month, every year. Your money is growing. Your money is working for you. And so that puts you at ease because you know that at some point you're going to be able to say, I'm done. I'm retiring because my money has worked for me and now I have enough to retire on. I have enough to go do my own thing. I have enough to open up my own business. I have enough to do things online and just talk about the things I like online and make some money, right? So things are not as bad as we think they are, folks. They're not as bad. We have to zoom out and say and then say, what am I doing that is causing me to feel this way, to feel panic, to feel stress, to feel defeated? Most likely it's because there's people in your life that are bringing negativity. You're not structuring your days properly. You haven't set goals. You're not strategizing. You have no relationship with God, or you got to get closer relationship with God. You got to be in repentance of sins, and you need to allow God to show you and things of the future, show you things to how to strategize, show you how to grow your businesses. And you need to pray for yourself. You need to pray for your business. You need to pray for your finances. You need to cover your money. And then you also should ask, God, how can you be a blessing to others? Because wealth is really starts with a seed, right? And being blessings to others is how you really gain your wealth. You got to be a blessing to others. You got to help others. You got to sow seeds in other people's lives, right? And that's what I do every day. Every day I wake up, I know I'm going to bless people. I know I'm going to sow seeds in people's life. I know I'm going to teach things that people don't know. I know I'm going to pray for people. I know I'm going to walk around this earth and I'm going to be sowing seeds every single hour, every single day, because I'm either praying for people in the spirit, or out loud in my videos, or out in public, or I'm teaching, I'm doing intel, I'm helping the godly people, you know what I mean? We're doing charts and cryptos, we're doing, we're stocks as well. Every day I'm sowing seeds into people and sowing seeds into my life. And that's how you live out your destiny. That's how you know you're doing your purpose, because you're sowing seeds everywhere. All right. So when you're doing that, you're in your you're in a great state of mind. You're not going to say life is hard and all this. It's, you already know that if life is hard, it's because you have made it hard. Because if you zoom out and you be like, okay, those people in Chile, those people in Ecuador, Lord have mercy. You know what I mean? Those people in Venezuela, they really are dealing with it. You know what I mean? Like you're getting three meals a day, and you're making 50, 60, $80,000 a year or more, and you're eating 3 meals a day. Matter of fact, you can eat 5 meals a day if you wanted to, and yet you're still complaining about life and how hard life is. And that's because you're looking in instead of looking out. You got to zoom out and see what the rest of the world's dealing with, and what the rest of the country is dealing with in America. There's some places in America that are in bad shape, right? And people are really suffering in some places in America as well. So when you do that, you realize that it's not you're not living bad. You're just mismanaging. You're mismanaging your money. You're mismanaging your life. And when you correct that, things will get really better again, really fast. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you guys that encourage you guys. And we're here about, we're all about being encouragement, and striving forth and putting game plans together, goals together. We want to set goals. We want to strategize. We want to we want to be in holiness. All right. Peace out. God bless. And I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Bye.